Your entire problem in regards to manifestation is simply one thing, that you refuse to accept that what you want is already available now. And whatever it is that you're seeing in the present moment or whatever has happened in the past is just old news. But the majority of people, they just like to go round and round and round. And I get this a lot, even in my coachings. By the way, if you want to sign up for coaching, it's down below. They constantly get trapped into, but if I am seeing this thing in the present moment, it's because of my limiting beliefs. So let me tackle this limiting beliefs. And they go into an endless journey to tackle every single limiting beliefs in their consciousness. I made a video about limiting beliefs and why, in my opinion, they don't exist. And instead, you should do another thing, which is what I'm going to talk about in today's video as well. So let's accept together that there are infinite possibilities of reality. Let's move forward and focus on what we want, and the end especially of what we want, or if you're manifesting step by step, the end of the step that we're trying to manifest, so we can move forward and get this thing done. Hello everybody, my name is Nia, and on this channel I talk everything about manifestation, esotericism, and so much more. On Patreon I make extra weekly videos, and we also have a chat dedicated when we motivate one another. If you guys want any of my products, they are listed down below. Subscribe and also join Aura, my favorite app for your affirmations, meditations, and so much more. You find my affiliate link down below as well, with a free trial and a 40% discount. Truly check it out. It's my favorite app for spirituality and well-being. So let's talk about it. There is a lot of talk in ignoring the 3D. You shouldn't pay attention to circumstances. They don't matter. But not a lot of people, I think, they articulate the reason why whatever has happened or whatever is happening in your current reality doesn't matter. The reason why it doesn't matter is because it's already old news. Whatever you see in the outer world has already been manifested through, yes, of course, some of your assumptions. Sometimes it's just life has happened. Sometimes it's just an egregore or a thought form that has grabbed you, and so it has to do with the matrix and the belief system of the larger society. But we can tackle all of this for interesting conversations or for, philosophic purposes together. But the core is, it does not matter. It does not matter because it's already old news. You cannot change, I said it before, what already has been manifested. Yes, potentially you could do revision, but even if you do revision, so you are trying to, in the quantum field, to change it, to change the past into an alternative field, an alternative past, it's going to have an effect on the future. It's not going to have an effect on the present. So let's say, for example, that you're doing revision because something bad has happened with any specific person. Let's give an example of a friend. You have argued with a friend, so you want to revise the argument, to change the argument, so we never argue. You can do it even with affirmations. You affirm, we never argued. We never argued. What is going to happen most likely is that the friend is going to forget about the argument, or your friend is going to ask you that they're sorry. But whatever effect that revision has caused, yes, it kind of changed the past, but it has an effect on what you perceive as the future. Now, we know that on a fourth dimensional state, by the way, watch my video entitled Think Fourth Dimensionally. On a fourth dimensional state, the fourth dimension is the dimension of time. Past, present, and future exist at the same time, simultaneously. And if we think about the quantum field, all the possibilities of the past, present, and future that exist at the same time are happening in the now. Infinite versions of you, infinite versions of the same person, the different circumstances, and so on and so forth. But what you will experience as Sarah, Mark, Jessica, Ron, I don't know, as yourself, will be an effect produced in the future. What you perceive the future, that is your future present moment. Let's put it this way. So all of this is just to say, it doesn't matter whether you do revision or not, or you prefer to just move forward and affirm like I do. I prefer not to even go to and do revision, like I don't care. If something that you don't like, or it's keeping you stuck, or it's hurtful in the present moment, you observe it, then you have to have the knowledge to know that you can change that. After that, you have a desire for something different, right? So the desire is the starting point of your manifestation. After that, like I said, you know that you can change that. And in the moment that you realize, you buy the pearl of great price, as Neville Goddard will put it, you decide that this, whatever circumstance, it has to change. Your desire leads you somewhere else. So I want to be married. I want to have more money. I want to have a new job, whatever that might be. You need to have the discipline to move forward and accept that it is already done. That's it, you guys. You need to accept it. But every single time that you complain about your circumstances, you go too much into shadow work, you just stay there wondering about things and why things didn't go the way you wanted to, and why this person has told you this, why you never had a boyfriend or a girlfriend, why this. You are wasting precious mental energy that you could use to affirm instead for what you want. There is no other way around it. I'm going to be just straightforward with you guys. Affirm or visualize, whatever technique you use, but you're wasting so much time. And I see this. I know I sound a little bit like a rant or frustrated, but I wish like people could get this moment and freaking do it. Whether you're doing coaching with me or with someone else, or you're just watching this video for the first time, I want you to do it, you guys. Like, you have to understand, if I would have sit around complaining and moaning and asking why bad things happen in my life, why my mom abandoned me, why she has schizophrenia, why some other guys that weren't the right one for me, and why I struggled with money before the YouTube channel, why this and why that, and I can't believe it that it happened to me, and I can't believe this doesn't happen to me, this doesn't happen to any good the more you do this, because this is what you do, guys. I read your stories every single day, okay? That's the normal people, like, generally speaking, you all do this, all of you, apart from 1%, 2% that just moves forward. As soon as you get the affirmation, you just do it. I don't know why, it's like they are the exceptions. But the more you're using all of this energy, this mental energy to do all this mental processes, you are wasting so much time. And then you cannot complain that manifestation is taking years, or your specific thing doesn't happen, or you don't understand what your manifestation is spotty. Sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't get it. It's because you just don't accept that you have it right now. It's really that simple. But how can I accept it? How can I believe it? Just repeat. Because nobody's asking you to 100% believe that the new car that you want or the new job that you want, it's here and now, and you have to 100% believe it. If you could, that would be great. But nobody is asking you to do that. What we are asking you as people that have experimented with manifestation, we are asking you to have a little bit more discipline. And okay, fine, it hurts you that you never had a boyfriend or a girlfriend. I get that. And if it's something that is something happened in your past that is so hurtful that you cannot even exist in your life, you can't breathe, you cannot wake up from bed, then you need to process those emotions. That is for sure. But there is a place and a time to do that. It's probably with a professional, is with a therapist, because those things are useful. I've been to therapy when I was pregnant to process certain things. That there is no shame in that. But if you're still functioning in the world, if you feel ready to manifest, of course, explore your emotions and your feelings. Cry, like I always say this, cry those 10 minutes if you need to cry. But there has to come a point where you let it go and you move forward. Because the more you repeat the new reality, the more you accept that it is already done, because of, as a byproduct, of repetition, the highest the chance is that it's going to come faster to you. Because somehow, some way, we need to get out of this rut. Somehow, some way, we need to move forward. We can't stay stuck, going round and round in circle. So a couple of days I affirm and I know that I have it. A couple of days I'm complaining about it. Or I go back and forth. You are wasting so much energy. Let's repeat the steps together. You got a desire. You understand that whatever it's in the present moment that you don't like is old news. And even things that you like, they are old news. Everything in nature is temporary. Everything is bound to move forward or to move backwards. Nothing remains stagnant in the universe. I talked about it on the laws of the universe to become a master of the universe. There is a video dedicated to that. So we understand that whatever you're seeing is old news. So you got a choice. Are we going to go backwards and focus on the past and be shocked and without words that this has happened to us? No, we know better. Knowingness, awareness. Step number 2, we are aware that whatever has happened doesn't matter. It's old news. Everything is temporary, so it's bound to move. And we're going to consciously decide that we're going to move forward. Forward where? In alternative fields of reality. Third step, even more awareness, tapping into the quantum field. If there are infinite possibilities of my reality, and I can see them because I have this capacity that is called the human imagination, which one do I choose? Whoa. It's where the acceptance comes. So let's say, for example, I want a new job. I'm really miserable in my current job. That's just an example. So we already did the first steps in the first processes. Then we're going to start affirming my new job is amazing. And possibly we're going to imagine a little bit what we want. We could either script about it, we could affirm it, but let's say that we just want to do robotic affirming, and or affirming in general. And we're going to say, my new job is amazing. I am super grateful. I make this amount of money a month or per year. Okay. Now what it's going to happen, because you're transitioning from an older reality to a new reality, your brain, possibly because it likes to go back to what it's familiar, might challenge you. No, do not worry. So my new job is amazing. I am so grateful. Stop and observe what natural thoughts come into your head. Really? Oh, I don't think so. How are you going to get that job? Just observe and repeat. My new job is amazing. Your mind is going to come up with something different. Repeat the same affirmation. You do this sort of session for 10 minutes a day until your mind naturally goes, oh, that would be nice if I would have a new job. That's it. That once the mind starts saying that would be nice, the subconscious is starting to accept that it is already done. That is all you need to do. Now, in terms of actions usually are a byproduct of a new state of consciousness. So whether you will be called to apply for new jobs, that's not a bad idea. Absolutely do it. That's not necessarily pushing the 3D, as long as you do it while you repeat the affirmation and with a sort of chillness within yourself. You practice this. I know it's done. Okay, makes sense to apply for new jobs, and definitely I'm going to take some steps forward, but I'm also open to the fact that it could happen in any possible ways. That's it. So give you another example. I wanted to have a house like the one that I'm living right now in London with a beautiful garden. So the process that I did was the same. First, I didn't find it before. I let it go. Whatever I have in the present moment is old news. I didn't find it before because maybe I had bad assumptions, maybe not, maybe it wasn't the right time. It's gone. It's temporary. Let's move forward. I know, second step, that I can create my own reality. Therefore, I move forward. And where do I move forward? The step number 3, into the quantum field. There is definitely a house with a garden ready for me. And I accept that I already have it because I already lived that experience in some alternative fields or fields, quantum world, multi-world in the multiverse. So I accept that version of me. Clearly, it's living in the house that I always wanted. Now, the way it's gonna happen, it's not up to me to get paranoid too much about it. So what I did, I visualized, if I have to be completely honest. I used to go to bed at night and visualize looking at the windows exactly like I'm doing right now and seeing this beautiful garden. And it's very funny because the flowers in these gardens are exactly the ones that there are lilies and roses that I visualized. But you could affirm it's the same thing. So I visualized that I was sleeping in my new home, that I was looking at the window and seeing the garden, and I was happy about it. In my mind, I thought, okay, sure, as soon as I go to London, I'm gonna start looking for houses. And actually, when I was in Italy, I started scrolling to Rightmove and the website that they were offering houses. And it was just it just made logical sense to do that. So I did it because it made me feel good and it put me into that perspective that I was looking for that new house, and for sure I was going to find it. While I was keep repeating that I had it, I already accepted that the version of me was already living in that house, and through the repetition I was moving forward. Sure, some days were bad, some days were good, but the point is I was always moving forward. Then what happened is that I didn't even have to look for the house. By the time that I came to London, through a series of mysterious event, the house downstairs with the same landlord where it was available. I've never seen it before. Johan showed it to me. It was beautiful. The garden was exactly everything that I was desiring, and we got it. We got it before I could even come here. Now, the bridge of events, people that are skeptical might say that was a coincidence. I know that everything is created through consciousness. My visualizations and just the fact that I was moving forward in my consciousness to focusing on that reality that I knew and I already accepted that existed, of the version of me that was doing this video right now in the house that I wanted. I accepted that it existed. Then the only work that I had to do was to be disciplined enough to focus on it in times, in certain times during the day. That's it, you guys. That's it. So your stubbornness of not accepting that your desire, it's already done, it's what is preventing you from getting it. That's just stubbornness on your part, and just you wasting your time, wasting mental energy to do anything except moving forward into the quantum field towards that reality that you want. You gotta move. Circumstances don't move. It's an illusion that they move. You are moving. You are jumping in that reality because you accepted that that reality actually already exists in the now, and you bring it forth, we could say, or you move yourself there through your consciousness, through the movement of your thoughts and consciousness. I hope this is clear. I hope this motivates you to stop moaning and bitching about, because I love you guys and I want to see you thriving. And there is nothing that you cannot do. There is nothing that it's impossible. Maybe some of the things that you want to achieve, I might not believe in, but who am I to tell you that you cannot get it? If you believe in them, if you can imagine them, then they are done. Period. Doesn't matter what anyone else, including me, thinks about it. Okay? I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to subscribe and hit the ring bell button so you always get notified when I'm live. And I'll see you in all my other platforms and for coaching as well down below. Love you guys. Bye.